Yeah, I'm not the guy who's going to tell you not to have a brownie. Folks on Zoom, we had a comment that in his sitting practice, it was markedly collected and deep and calm and peaceful. And then I had to open my big yap about, well, that's not the point, because that's what I do. But yeah, I'm anything that, and that's the funny thing is, this is Tim Callahan's great teacher Son San made this point so well. He was making it in reference to not getting attached to the words of a teaching. He said, and he would say, don't attach, but don't detach. Non-attach. Non-attach is most intimate. And that's such an important point that is so counter to the way we kind of relate to our lives. I'll speak for myself, the way I relate to my life, because if it's something I like, always and forever. If it's something I don't like, but neither of these is the intimate position. Neither clinging nor aversion is intimate. Both are objectifying. Both create self-other. They make duality where there was none. Non-attachment is most intimate, which is like, oh, what's this? And how wonderful to have, you are in a tiny, tiny collection of humans. Animals, depending on the type, probably get this a lot more than we do. But because of our cognitive distortion, our primary cognitive distortion of this ongoing, othering, dualizing cognitive, thing we do, you are part of a tiny, tiny minority of living humans on this planet who has ever felt something like that. Ajahn Chah used to say, people live their whole life and die never once paying attention to a single breath. That's absolutely true. So I'm not the guy who's going to tell you it doesn't matter. It really matters, but it doesn't mean a damn thing. And I think that's what I'm getting at, or trying to. Don't objectify, and I'm not saying you would. This is an instruction to myself. Don't objectify that deep, peaceful experience that you had when you got out of the way of the peace that's always already present. Don't turn it into a thing. Don't make it a thing. It's not a thing. Never was. I think that's where I was trying to go with that. And I remember the first time I read that, Tanisaru Bhikkhu, a great Thai forest monk, I remember him saying something like that, and I was offended. He says, calm is not the refuge, peace is not the refuge, bliss is not the refuge, awareness is the refuge. And I was absolutely, to my bones. I was like, I've spent a significant portion of my whole life working really hard to get to these deep, peaceful states. And you're telling me, it's not that I'm wasting my time, but in the final analysis, the awareness is the refuge. And that sets you free to be utterly intimate. You now, since you know that awareness is the refuge, you can be intimate with rage, with fury, with terror, with pain. You become the 1,000-armed Kuan Yin, Avalokiteshvara. You're utterly available to everything. So thank you. That's a great point. And bravo. That's no small thing either. Good job. Keep going. In the Zen tradition, they say things like, oh, you had a very nice experience. It'll pass. Keep sitting. I can imagine Jokai Roshi whacking you with a stick. It's rare. That's I think where I'm going with that love thing. Because there are teachers who are they don't like to hear it. They feel like people misunderstand. But that is what love is to me. Unconditional, loving kindness, compassion, spaciousness. I don't know what love is if it isn't that. So and all. But that poem, that David White poem, everything is waiting for you. It's true. Everything is waiting for you. Your pain, your terror, your joy. You are the awareness. If you can be anything, there's not a single cell in my whole body that's here now that was here 7 years ago. Where's Franz? Well, obviously it's me. Sure, it can't be anyone else, but it's not anything of me that you could ever touch. That's all gone. And in 7 years it will be different too. You are that awareness. Don't worry about the content of your experience. Your awareness is vast enough to hold any and all experience, your whole life and more. So when you sit, it's not like I'm going to shave my experience down into this tiny little sliver of acceptable experience. Only calm, only peace, only joy, only silence, only body very stable, no fidgety, whatever. Those are fine as a way of orientation, just like if you wanted to, take a hot pot out of the stove, you would use gloves. If you want to fly a kite, don't do it in the rain. Those are expedient means. But the heart of it, the heart of the practice is always, and maybe at first just on the cushion, but more and more in our lives, more and more every moment. The heart of the practice is not, can I make an incredibly fragile, abstracted, rarefied experience of concentration or peace or whatever? It's, can I embody, inhabit, be present for the entirety of my experience? Luckily for you, you lucky, lucky people, you have attained this rare human birth. The Buddha's mind is yours from birth. So yes, your vast luminous awareness can hold